show, get out those song sheets that we just gave to you. We're going to sing a couple songs.
All right.
Yes. First, let's sing Home on the Range. Since today, well, yesterday was Kansas Day, and since it's a state song, it just feels appropriate. Since that was so great, why don't we sing another song? Let's sing Daisy now. Before we start the show, I have a couple of announcements. On the programs, we left a couple of people out. First, we'd like to mention that Hannah Poland will be doing an oleo for us. She will be doing a reading from Amphitryon 38 later in the show. And we would like to thank our barbershop quartets for coming out and singing tonight. Lifeline and Second Choice during dinner. Give them a hand, they did a great job. And we'd like to thank Ray's Countryside Catering for providing dinner for us tonight. There will be 2 intermissions during the show. Both of them will be between the acts, and restrooms are right outside the doors behind you in case you need them. Now, how many of you out there have never seen a melodrama before? Come on, so all of you have seen them? So, well then of course we know what we do when our heroine Lily comes out. And now, our mother, Betsy. And now, our hero, Compton. And our father, Jonas. And our villain, Craven Sinclair. And our suffragette, Miss Ophelia. Now our felon, Robin Steele. He's as black as coal, I tell you. And now our Puritan, Mrs. Kingsley. And now our mean landlady, Mrs. Bloodgood. Now, our maid, Miss Marie. And we cannot forget Lord Montmorency Montmorency. Now that we've met all our characters, let's bring out our can-can girls.
They probably just kept him later. money about on the garden?
No, child. No one knows the money's existence save you and I. Now run upstairs and fetch my new cap. I want to look quite beautiful for composition.
Yes, Aunt Betsy. Poor old soul, how she dotes on her only son. May no shadow ever darken his happy home.
But my sister-in-law's never to be announced. Ophelia Fairweather is always welcome in this house.
But it's God's whole wish to be announced, she says so.
She did?
I did Betsy so that I could make a grand entrance in all my fun.
Ophelia!
What do you think of it?
Ophelia, how dare you? So immodest. Go upstairs immediately and put on a wrapper.
They're bloomers.
I am quite aware of that unmentionable fact. And that dreadful sign, votes for women, don't tell me you joined the suffragettes.
I have indeed. In fact, I have just come from a meeting on Boston Common. We'll show those men women have rights too.
I thought I'd never live to see the day. A relative of mine, a suffragette. The shame. Oh, the shame.
Nonsense. Where's the shame?
But you've heard what they're saying. A suffragette is a being who has ceased to be a lady and is no gentleman.
Fruity tooty.
What will Jonas say? His own sister.
Jonas is like all men, Betsy. He believes a woman's place is in the home. But mark my words, someday soon we women will go to business just the same as men.
What foolishness.
Wait, Betsy, you're a traitor to yourself.
Ophelia, what you say? That word. S-E-S.
What's wrong with sex?
Lily, I hear you.
Doesn't she believe in it?
Ophelia, a innocent young girl like that, she's just past 20.
But Betsy, she's soon to be married.
I'll send her down to see Reverend Titticoat. He'll tell her all the facts of life. He's such a dear. I wonder why he never married.
Probably because someone sent him to see his minister. Oh, Betsy, don't you realize this is the 19th century?
I am well aware what century it is.
In fact, it will soon be the 20th.
I know, and just think we shall write 1900 on our letters instead of 1800. Oh, I know I shall never get used to it.
Is that not the 19th century? 20th century means you a date on your letters?
And on my tombstone. Oh, Ophelia, just think how distinguished that would be. Born in the 19th century, buried in the 20th. I can just see it now.
You and the undertakers. Betsy, you are the most morbid female. Speaking of things that are morbid, how are plans for tonight's levee?
Everything is in readiness. And oh, Ophelia, I'm so dreadfully happy. Happy.
Then why are you weeping?
Would never understand. Don't have a son.
I should hope not. Nor would I have a husband on the wager.
Not even Lord Montmorency.
That silly English fop who follows me around like a puppy.
He adores you.
He followed me from London to Italy and from Naples here. I swear I should never go abroad again. One doesn't know what one will pick up in his foreign places. He's there! Oh! Maureen. He certainly is golly. He followed me here.
Show the Lord in, Marie.
Doesn't dare.
Oh, say, don't you know, really, so could have reached me at home to me, Lady Fairweather. But I forget, you're no lady. Well, that is, well, you know, don't you know, dear Mrs. Fairweather?
Good afternoon, Lord. My sister-in-law, I believe you know.
Ah, Miss Ophelia. She's nicer than ever. Really?
Oh, what a fearful sight. Are you in pain?
Really?
Pardon me, but I thought you might be from the tightness of your trot. Unreadable, excuse my laughter.
I say, it's the fashion to have everything tight now. Collars tight, boots tight, sleeves tight.
Which leaves you money tight, no doubt.
Oh, come now, Miss Ophelia. You're too severe. What? Really, don't you know? Surely you must admire the new collar. It's the height of fashion. fashion, you know.
And if it were any higher, it would be the height of fashion, don't you know?
Oh, come now, Miss Ophelia, I do believe you're pulling my leg. She's nicer than ever. Really?
Quit standing around like a disappointed paladin. You give me the fidgets.
But you do take it for those clothes also. You've taken off my hat, you've taken off my coat, you've taken off my collar, and now you're about to take off my trousers. That is my tremendously carefully starched shirt. Linen's a weakness of mine, I must confess. But I like the best of everything. The best horses, the best cook, and the best clothes. I also want the best wife.
Lord Montmorency, you are placing me in the category of horses and cooks.
Oh, I'm not. Really, I'm not. Really.
Then maybe you don't know the difference between a horse and a woman.
Oh, come now, not really.
Then try having a horse sit in your lap.
Ophelia!
Betsy dear, how is your aspidistra?
Gloomy, dear, just gloomy.
I believe I will have a look at it.
Oh, Lord Monty, perhaps you would like to see my aspidistra.
Would I? Oh, I say, I would, really. Good idea. The garden, the birds, and bees. By Jove, all proposed. She's really nicer than ever. Really.
All for this, all for my dear son Compton and his loving bride. Both of them are dearer to me than life. Oh, Marie, has the antelope piled the truffles arrived in the carriage
Oh, dearer than life, eh? Now I wonder just what could be dearer. What's that music? Oh well. Who's out there? You want a piece of me, buddy? Come on! That's what I thought. There she is, folks. There's a girl to take in your arms, a girl to wear around your heart. Good evening, Miss Lily. I hope I'm not interrupting.
Raven Sinclair, here! Compton is not at present.
Oh, but I don't mind waiting. Not in these pleasant surroundings, nor with this pleasant company.
How annoying. I do detest the fellow.
My flattery is obviously succeeding.
If there is any message you wish to convey to Compton,
Now, if you were a lady, I'd ask you to convey something to Compton. He'd wait.
I'm afraid I don't understand your elegant phraseology.
Elegant phraseology? Ah, you mean you twig. Don't you get it? My language may not always be tip-top, but at least I speak my mind.
Speak your mind is why you generally speak rubbish.
No, Miss Lily, don't go. I want a word with you.
We're very busy today. My uncle and aunt are entertaining.
Not very. Miss Lily, come on. Come, you are beyond this humdrum sort of life. You weren't born to blush unseen and waste your sweetness upon rideable Beacon Hill.
Kind of you to say so. I do declare he's the most disagreeable man I ever knew.
I'm obviously making a good impression. Now, your parents are of good stock, but hardly in your class. Why, even Compton's ashamed of them at times.
He is.
Indeed he is.
Sir, let me state that Compton has no cause to be ashamed of his parents, whatever he may have of friends.
Oh, you're a witty one, you are. Tell me, Miss Lily, do you enjoy attending the theater?
Why'd you ask?
Well, that new hit Ben Hur is playing sang at the house. They say the jury race is a hummer. Now, I just happen to have a friend who acts an important role.
He carries a spear, I warrant.
And he sometimes gives me a free pass. Now, what were you to say if I was to call about friendly like tomorrow evening and offer to take you? I'd square away Compton. He prefers billiards to a more intellectual evening.
Thank you, sir, for the generous way in which you offered to square Compton.
Not at all.
But let me state that when I'm taken to a show, I prefer to be paid for. And if it is any importance to you, I prefer my intellectual evenings at home. But I dare say there are some young ladies who may consider your invitation an honor. I, sir, consider it impertinent, and I bid you good night.
Knocked up piece of rambunctious impudence! Who do you think you are, I'd like to...
You suppose I'm a young lady who would take my invitation as an honor?
Ha! You wouldn't act grander if you owned the whole of Harvard College. That for your grand ears. You aren't the only pebble on the beach, baby.
Ah, you're Craven.
Yes, Compton, I came to deliver the news.
Well, what do you want?
Well, I have it on good authority that Sunbeam is to be scratched.
Not so loud.
Rumors are flying. I'm hedging my bet.
But I can't hedge. I have no more money. Are you sure?
Well, no, not positive.
Then there is some hope.
Some, a little.
Well, that's better.
But it takes more than hope to win a horse race.
Oh, get out.
Well,
No, Craven, that's not what I meant. It's just that, well, I had some trouble at the store today. Well, they put me out.
and that's why you're putting me out. I must say you're almost as rude as your father's lady cousin.
Lily? Oh, you must be mistaken, sir. Oh, she couldn't possibly be rude. It's not in her character.
If she'd been a man, I would have punched her head.
Well, I'm a man, and if you want to punch heads, here's mine.
A mighty silly one, to be sure.
Whenever you said to Lily, I'll make you beg her pardon.
Ha! Make me beg? Ha! I never begged anyone's pardon in my life.
Then you'll beg mine. Now,
When the broke loose as the river set itself on fire. Two friends fighting, you cannot be in earnest.
No, sir. We were only fooling, weren't we, Johnson?
yes, Father, only fooling.
They were only fooling when one steamroller jumped on the other steamroller's back. Now, boys, what does the poet say about it? Let dogs delight, he says, to bark and bite, he says. But little children's hands, he says, were never made, he says, to punch each other's eyes, he says.
Yes, I know. I learned all of that when I was a youngin'.
When you was a youngin', and an uncommon fine youngin' you must have been,
And why so, sir?
why, Craven, don't you know, which is a well-known thing, that men and women who are uncommonly lovely in their childhood grow up into ugly, and why they wouldn't. Now, it strikes me in that light that you, sir, must have been a beautiful baby.
Well, sir, you're inclined to make jokes at my expense.
Come now, there's no need to take anything at anyone's expense today, save mine. Today's a great day in the life of the Weathers. Hey, Compton?
Yes, Father.
I want everyone to be happy, even you, Mr. Fred.
Thank you, sir.
Let us shake hands. You two were really in earnest a while ago when I caught you at each other's throats.
Oh, how could you even think of such a thing, Father?
Good, then shake hands. If there's one thing I like to see, it's the old friends shaking hands. There now, isn't that more comfortable? That's where hands belong, not at the throats.
Sorry, Craven.
Sorry, Compton.
be revealed. Yes, Father, all shall be revealed.
Good then. You will drop by later and perhaps sing a song or two. I hear you're quite talented.
Oh no, Father, I hardly think Craven's songs are worthy of our company.
No. If you want real harmony, I should ask you to have Compton convey some of the songs which he delights us with at the Parker House Bar every Friday, 7/6 Central.
Every Friday. Compton, I believe you attend French class every Friday. You will drop by later, Mr. Sinclair.
Maybe.
Put it plain.
Well, then let us say, perhaps. That is, you understand, if I can't find something more interesting to do.
Don't put yourself out. Compton, why do you chum around with that fellow? I don't like him.
Well, I suppose he is a trifle uncouth, Father, but he's not a bad sort, really.
Then why does he always run around with such a surly face? I like to hear pleasant words and see cheerful looks. More than all, today.
Well, I suppose that's a dig at me because I don't go snickering about like some silly schoolgirl. Well, I thank you for the hint.
Now, Hank, Compton, you know nothing could be further from me than any idea of giving you.
You know, it's hard to find an enemy in one's own father.
An enemy? Compton? The only enemy you have, my boy, is your own sweet self. You make me say it. I didn't want to say anything about it on a day like today, but now I must. Here's the letter I received about you.
A letter? About me? But, Father, I don't understand.
Hello! What are you going into hysterics about? It's not like it's a letter for forgery or murder.
Forgery?
If I had known it was going to upset you, so I wouldn't have brought it up at all.
Oh, give it to me, Father. Let me know the worst. Quit torturing me so.
Torturing you? Why Compton? What's all this high-flown talk? When it's only a bill.
Just a bill?
From old Mullins, the tailor. He says if you don't pay, he'll go to law.
Old Mullen, is that all?
It's not so funny to me, Compton. Over $100. 8 suits. You must think I have some kind of fortune.
No, sir,
Look, Compton. Fine clothes are not for the likes of you, nor fast living either. You've got Lily waiting for you to settle down and begin a life in earnest. You've a mother whose only fault is that she loves you. Not wisely, but too well. I love you too, Compton.
I'm glad to hear it.
But a mother's love is a precious thing. Compton, you're the hope of her old age. She worships you. Promise me you'll make today a great day, or I'm promising to turn over a new leaf. I've kept so many bad reports from her. I've told her many a falsehood for your sake. You don't know what you've done? And I'll tell you what you've done. You've broken my heart. That's what you've done. You've sullied the fair name of good women. I mean, the good name of fair women. That's what you've done. You made me live one long lie.
Father, those are harsh and bitter words.
The truth is harsh and bitter. You filled the cup to overflowing. Now, drink it as it comes.
Well, I go to business. I work hard like other young men.
You go to business? Why, if a clerk of mine had treated me as you have to old Mrs. Kingsley, I'd have taken him by the scruff of the neck and thrown him out of bed. Long ago. It's only out of respect for me that she keeps you on as her cashier.
This is the last day in the world. I thought you would pitch into me.
I'm sorry, Compton. It's just that this letter reminded me so. I really didn't mean to.
Well, then give it to me, Father. I'll pay it.
You had that sort of money?
Well, no, but I'll manage.
Give it here. I'll pay it. It's sort of a peace offering. But don't let your mother know it was happening. It would spoil her day. Hush, I hear her coming. You won't let on to her. Laugh, look cheerful.
Here's my wondering why
supper.
Not to be in the room. See how considerate our boy is, Jonas.
Compton, smoking is a very bad habit.
Why are you so cool to the boy, Jonas? Remember, it's all we have.
Fine, I won't have a cigar. Only a cigarette.
A cigarette. Why do you suppose they call it that? Because it makes you sick?
I'll be in soon.
Why are you so cruel to the boy, Jonas?
Cruel?
Forbidding him all the innocent pleasures. Now you see how thoughtful he was not to smoke in the house. Remember, he's all we have.
You forget, we have Lily.
But Jonas, dear as she is, Lily is not at home.
I know.
She's only adopted.
Well, not even that, my dear.
Not adopted. What do you mean?
Not that it is of any import, but her mother's dead and her father,
Her father, he's dead too. Isn't he, Jonas? Isn't he?
yes, he's dead. To all intents and purposes. Come, let us speak of more pleasant things than death. See what I have here?
Oh, Jonas, a ring. What a beautiful diamond.
Biggest one I could find. Double distilled.
Compton bought it?
Oh, yes, wasn't it generous of the young dog?
Dear Compton, he has such an exquisite taste.
We were traveling along when we saw this splendid article in the jeweler's shop. A regular blaze in the window, endangering the injured. Thinks I to myself, here's Compton becoming engaged to marry Lily. So when I go...
In Compton goes, you mean?
Oh, right, in Compton goes. He outs with the money, slaps it on the counter, and the ring was mine. Compton's.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Lily will be so proud. But how does it come to that you have it?
Oh, Compton left it for me to pick it up. He wanted it to be engraved. See here on the inside? To Lily, with love, from Compton, on our betrothal day, June 15th, 1894.
How lovely.
That's not all. Thou art mine, thou hast given thy word. Close, close in my arms thou art clinging. Alone from my ear thou art singing. A song which no stranger hath heard.
Oh, Jonas, it's so beautiful. It makes me cry.
Wait, there's more. May nothing break our band of death, for in the world above, 'tis the breaker of death that soldereth, a ring of wedded love.
Is that all?
Wait, it says one more thing.
Yeah, made in Japan.
Read it for yourself.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, Jonas, it reminds me of our wedding day, nigh on 30 years ago.
But time is getting on. It's time to tibet ourselves for the soiree.
Oh, Jonas, I'm so happy I'm walking on air.
She's walking on air. My darling wife, may nothing ever shatter your idol. It would break your heart. No doubt of it, it would break your heart.
Here's one. No bossy about it. It promises rich pickings. Let's see if we can find you a bone, eh, Fido? Eureka! Stop! Who are you? Would you like to buy a little door, Governor?
No. What are you doing in this house?
Bless Super Angel Craven Sinclair. Son of me old cellmate, Desmond Sinclair. Don't you recognize your old friend, Craven?
It's Robin Steele. I thought you were doing a government project in Pennsylvania that would last you for the rest of your natural existence. So, brings you out of prison.
I've been paroled for good behavior.
Good behavior. You use character as a black that question.
What am I doing here? Oh, something or other most of the time being. You see, I lead an active life now. Right at present time.
Right at present, I see you've come down to the dogs.
You see, I was very last fond of dogs, and they is an introduction to the best society. Because if you're caught on the premises, you can honest say, what's your like to buy a little door? And the ladies, bless their innocent hearts, does buy one from me.
And that's why you've come to Boston?
No, I only borrowed from him for a couple of weeks. To come up the road east to look after a leasehold property my wife.
You have property.
Yup, 'twas left under the name of foul climate, I think.
Foul climbing. You don't mean fair weather?
Never mind, 'twill be foul weather soon enough, now that I'm on his train.
Fair weather, eh?
Yup, so if you point me nose in their dwelling, I'll be on my merry way.
You don't know where they live.
No, let's go somewhere else.
So, tell me, Rob, what is this little property of yours?
You're safe, Raymond. My wife died in Boston 15 years ago when I was in Penn State. State Penn State. And here's a piece of paper the horseman sent me. The receipt for my child.
A receipt for a child?
Yeah. Our girl must be a big girl now, something like that, 20 or so. Your seat, Raymond, I'm getting my person. Maybe your girl has a cozy little house somewhere. Perhaps you know her, Raymond. Maybe you know me loving daughter.
No, Rob. Can't say that I do. Can't say that I do.
Perhaps she's been put on some orphan asylum.
Yes, perhaps. Aha! Here come Miss Lily and Miss Ophelia.
Maybe they can give me the necessary information. Tell them I'm a friend, Raymond.
A little wretch like you, my friend. Don't make me laugh.
Mr. Sinclair, I see you're still here.
And still at your feet, my good Miss Lily.
We will not continue longer. Good day.
Good day, ladies. They shall soon lose their grand heirs. That I warrant.
And pray, sir, who are you, the Prince of Rags and Patches?
Oh, you're part of it. Would your like to buy you leave the door? He's trained. In fact, he's well at tricks.
No, the more I see dogs, the more I like men.
Glorious creatures born, they think. Now you ladies need a list to tell me, does you know anyone of the last name of Steele somewhere in the vicinity?
Steele? No, who is he?
The he is a she. She's a guy.
I know no one by that name.
Might have been before your time, miss, but hardly before yours. Yep. But now you ladies, could you tell me where the Fairweather residence is?
Fairweather?
Yep. Have it here on this beetle paper. Mr. Jonas Fairweather, Beacon Hill, Boston. Can't be no mistake about that now, can there?
No.
And what, may I inquire, is your business with Mr. Fairweather?
My business, lady, is my business, okay?
Very well, you'll find it. He was just asked for money, no doubt.
Your ladies wouldn't have such a thing as a day and dime for a feller to rent place of food in a week, would you?
Oh, don't worry, it still has the same taste.
How about you, miss? Would you send me away empty-handed, would you?
No.
We have nothing for you, my man. Now go away. Go away.
There's that brooch on your collar. 'Twould buy me a drink. Give it to me. 'Twould never be missed.
No.
Give it to me. Now take it and go.
I have to go. Come on. Thank you.
I swoon.
No offense, I hope. Thank you.
Why, Lily, I just gave him the old 1-2.
So frightened. You're such a despicable creature.
Well, how came he here?
I don't know. We found him in this room, begging for alms, I suppose.
Well, he shan't molest you any further.
That I promise.
Humphrey, you're so brave.
Lily, you're too good for me.
Compton, how can you say such a thing?
Oh, it's nothing. Forget it.
Compton, something is troubling you. I can read it in your manner. What is it?
Lily, there are some things which can never be confided to another. Now, don't ask me more.
Very well. But tell me, is it money, a debt?
I just wish to be alone, Lily.
If that is your wish, I think I have guessed it. Compton has been begging on horses.
I wear my weakness on my face. Your sweet sympathy, it tortures me. If I win this race, I'll never bet on another horse again. But if I lose, disaster.
Oh dear,